this part we will discuss procedure requirement for movement of goods from one place to another under GST. Under GST e-way bill will required for movement of goods. CBEC have released draft rule electronic way, e-way bill in this regard on April 14, 2017. Key features of the rule are as follows. E-way bill must be generated for movement of goods over Rs 50,000. E-way bill is an electronic way of bill for movement of goods which can be generated on GSTN. Common portally. Way bill also be allowed to be generated or cancelled through SMS registered person or the transporter may choose. Not mandatory. To generate and carry e-way bill even if value of goods less than Rs 50,000 unregistered person or his transporter may also, not mandatory, choose to generate and carry e-way bill. However, where a supply is made by an unregistered person to a registered person, the receiver will have to do all the compliances as if he's the supplier. Information in Part A of Form GST EWB-01 is required to be furnished before commencement of movement of goods. In the following cases, registered person who caused the movement of goods required to furnish the information in Part A of Form GST EWB-01 consignment value exceed Rs 50,000, even if such movement is not a supply. But in case where a registered person purchases goods from an unregistered person. In case a registered person uploads a tax invoice issued by him in Form GST EWB-01. The aforesaid information in Part A of Form GST EWB-01 will be auto-populated. Information in Part A of Form GST EWB-01 shall be used for preparing GSTR1. Generation of e-way bill. Person is a consignor or the recipient of supply as a consignee shall furnish the information in Part B of Form GSTN1 and shall generate the e-way bill in Form GST in the aforesaid manner either by the registered person or the recipient, and the goods are handed over to a transporter. The registered person shall furnish the information relating to the transporter in Part B of Form GSTNs. One and transporter shall generate the e-way bill if required information is not submitted by the consignor as required. The transporter shall generate the e-way bill on the basis of invoice bill of supply or the delivered challenge. Upon such generation of e-way bill, a unique e-way bill number, EBN, will be made available to supplier, recipient and to the transporter. Voluntary generate and carry the e-way bill. where generation of e-way bill is not mandatory. Where the value of consignment is less than Rs 50,000, the registered person or transporter may add as option, generate the e-way bill when the movement of goods is caused by unregistered person to an unregistered person. He or the transporter may at their own option, generate the e-way bill. Of e-way bill. Bill will remain valid for the period as mentioned in following table from the time of generation. 1. Where distance the goods need to be transported is less than 100 kilometers. Validity period is 1 day. 2. Where distance km or more but less than 300 kilometers. Validity period is 3 day. 3. Where distance the goods need to be transported is 300 kilometers or more but less than 500 kilometers. Validity period is 5 day. 4. Where distance the goods need to be transported is 500 kilometers or more but less than 1,000 kilometers. Validity period is 10 day. 5. Where distance the goods need to be transported is 1,000 kilometers or more. Validity period is 15 day. Also, e-way bill generated of any other state shall be valid in the state. Documents and devices to be carried by in charge of a conveyance. The invoice, bill of supply, delivery, challan, as the case may be, and a copy of e-way bill or the EBN, either physically or mapped to a radio frequency identification device, RFID. Verification of documents and conveyances. The officer, if authorized, may intercept any conveyance for physical verification or to verify the e-way bill or the EBN for all interstate and intrastate movement of goods. The officer, if authorized, may intercept any conveyance for physical verification or to verify the e-way bill or the EBN for all interstate and intrastate movement of goods, where the physical verification of goods being transported has been done during transit. No further physical verification shall be carried out unless there is specific information relating to evasion of tax. Change of conveyance during movement of goods. In case of transfer of goods from one conveyance to another conveyance during transit, before further movement of goods, transporter shall generate a new e-way bill. Transportation of multiple consignments. In case of transportation of multiple consignments in one conveyance, a consolidated e-way bill in form GST EWB-02 will need to be generated prior to the movement of goods. Of movement of goods. In case e-way bill has been generated but goods are either not being transported or not being transported as per the details furnished, The e-way bill may be canceled within 24 hours if it has been verified in transit. Details of e-way bill will be communicated to the registered recipient for his acceptance or rejection of the consignment, deemed acceptance after 72 hours. Where a vehicle has been intercepted and detained for a period exceeding 30 minutes, the transporter may upload the said information in Form GST EWB-04. We will come up with more videos on GST. Subscribe our YouTube channel and stay updated. Your feedback is important for us. Contact us at tldcdelhi@gmail.com or call us at 0999988235.